Welcome back. Time for Joy News Interactive. The lovely Aisha Ibrahim is here with me. Aisha.
Hello, Arba.
So what's on the
interactive segment?
Today,
It's been a very interesting evening, or let me say from afternoon. It's been very exciting because you know that we have a royal baby.
Yes, that's the biggest story in Ghana now. Yes.
We've all been excited, but you know how to join this conversation because it's going to be more exciting. It's on Joy News on TV and on Facebook.com/Joy News on TV. On Twitter, it's on Joy News on TV. Let's begin with former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, who is calling on African governments to invest in their youth and, more importantly, give them the opportunity to lead. I'm sure it's something you've also been thinking about for a while. Well, in the event that the president decides to heed to this call and decides to give the youth a chance to lead, which leadership role will you go in for and why?
The youth are more exuberant, and then looking at the technological trends, what's going on now, the youth are more acquainted with technology, moving the technology forward. So for me, a role that I would like to assume in case the president wants to appoint me is to be an head of IT. IT gives you the opportunity, gives everybody opportunity to become something. Once you have a brain and a computer, no matter how small the computer is, let's say it's even a Pentium 2, you can make $1 billion out of it.
Based on the youth mind, I would like to go to the engineering part, because the youth mostly they love engineering. So I would like to cope them and push them to engineering so they can move forward.
So what role would you want to play?
I would like to go as the head, Yes, I would like to go as the head, so the youth can benefit from what I'm about to give.
Young women and children, because the young women, we have that in quotes that a woman is successful by men. Without a man, a woman is not successful, but which is not true. So I believe that if I am given that leadership role to groom out such women, I will tell them that there are good men out there who gives you a job, who gives you money, who gives you a career without asking for your body.
To be the Minister of Education, because I think there are a lot of things to do in the educational sector. For example, I don't understand why we have people in the universities where we have teacher deficits in the rural areas. Why not just make them, the students, go out to the rural areas, maybe for, this long vacation something. So they go and teach the students there and come back. So every year we have students from the universities, University of Ghana and KN University, having a chance to go out there, help the nation up, apart from just national service.
Well, Araba, if you had that opportunity, what role would you want?
I think I would want the position of special prosecutor. I will crack the whip.
I don't envy this position at all. Let's check what you've been saying on Facebook.
All right, Kofi Rich says that Kofi Rich is like me. He says he also wants the position of special prosecutor or chief of staff. Very good. General Yao Dadabot Boating writes, Controller and Accountant General, I will slash ministers, directors, and big post holders' salary because they are too much while they do small work. And then Kildo David says, Auditor General, once your name appears in my book that you have been involved in financial malfeasance, no second chance for you to defend yourself. Straight to Insawem. And Kwesi Boating Ayipa writes, Chief Justice, like by now, all politicians will be wallowing in prison. I'll even jail them before they take oath of office and allegiance. All their oaths are cosmetic and full of gimmicks. And Adnan Al-Hassan Jambedu says, I would opt for an assemblyman because I would get the opportunity to suggest and help implement novel ways of making our community better. Given the opportunity, my community would be one of the most robust and vibrant and engaging community members, especially the youth in development. But it's not too late, Adnan.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not too late.
You can still do that. You have that opportunity. All right, and the National Service Secretariat is pushing for every graduate to undergo 6 months military training after completing a 1-year national service. Now, Defense Minister Dominic Nito revealed the National Service Secretariat had written to his office to allow the military training meant to instill discipline in the youth. The question is, do you agree with the Secretariat and why? All right, so there are a lot of comments coming on Facebook. Araba, let's see.
Yes, so Al Hassan Bawomaya says that is a good idea. After that, if the government doesn't employ us, we can form a gang with ease. Well, Oting Amponsa Enoch says they will only end up training a bunch of criminals with similar skills like our military. You don't give someone such a training and leave the person to go. If they're ready to employ them after such training, fine. But if they leave them jobless, they will one day get guns and rob people. But I don't think that's the point of it. I think it's the training, the military training instills some form of discipline in you,
exactly,
and that's what they want to.
I think I agree.
Put
and
across.
I think that it is a provision in the National Service Act.
Okay.
I think we've.
But we haven't been implementing.
We haven't implemented it for a while.
Okay.
So I think it's something in the right direction. Oting Aponsa Enoch says they will only end up training a bunch of criminals.
Okay, that's what we read earlier. So
okay.
Godwin
Agu Ada Winner says, oh, how much is service allowance? Peanut. And you want other people's children to be serving the government whilst living on coins. But I think recently the allowance was
increased.
Okay,
yes.
I don't know whether it's being implemented, but we know of such increase. Masa NSS allow people to finish their service and secure a job. The classroom skills learned in Po are not yet utilized. Yet you want to add another skill. Anderson says a pure and they should go to Nigeria and do an understudy. In Nigeria, their National Youth Service Corps have camps scattered across the country where all potential service personnel congregate for some military drills for some days to weeks before they are dispatched to their various service agencies. And all this is within the stipulated one-year mandatory service. And those are some comments on Facebook. All right, and finally, if you are a usual patron of trotro, you will notice, I'm talking about commercial vehicle, you will notice a new trend where passengers are entertained through music or television viewing whilst they're traveling. Well, while some see this as a distraction, others feel it makes the journey very interesting. And the question I ask, do you see these televisions and other gadgets as a viewing pleasure or a source of distraction?
It actually keeps people in the bars very busy watching telly instead of sleeping or dozing. And it's also a source of entertainment. So you get to wherever you are. So to me, it's not a distractive at all.
Actually, I see it to be a viewing pleasure because it also helps those guys picking trotro also be seen on air. Yeah.
You find it distracting because maybe you might have something you are planning about. Everyone plans. So when you are in the car, it's an opportunity for you to plan whatever you have. So you watching the television will be a kind of distraction to you. So you might not be able to even have an accurate plan. That is what I think. But to others, it might be good for them because after a tiring day like this, you will have to have pleasure. So you sitting down watching the television will be good for them.
We find it as a viewing pleasure, and then at the same time, it helps you to get some information. There are certain things going on which you cannot see, but you can see it through viewing these videos on the car. But at times, due to a lot of speeding and whatnot on the way, it causes accidents. So that's what I can say.
All right, so whether you see it as a pleasure or a distraction, more of the comments are on Facebook. Let's check it out.
Yes, and our viewers are so funny. Michael Nee Stillrich says, it's for our pleasure. It becomes even more lively when you're sitting beside a nice girl. And Birdman Grassway writes, they should show adverts and commercials for companies and make some extra money. That's a very good point. Very valid.
Idea.
Yeah, Barima Kubaji from Jinjini says, I don't think they're distractions. They rather keep people alive and active. What the issue to me would be is the kind of movies that are shown. Most of them come with no lessons but the usual exchange of jabs and invectives. And Wellington Atuchugbi writes, neo-colonialism mindset, and they have been affected by Garden of Eden syndrome. Instead of reading, no. Listen to radio, no. well, I don't quite get it.
I really don't get the point. All right, so those are some comments on Facebook. There are some comments coming from our Facebook live stream. Araba, let's check it out.
Okay, this one says, Joy News, thank you for sticking with us. Have a wonderful evening. And Enoch Techimensa says, I'm watching all the way from Istanbul in Turkey. Thanks, Joy News. And let's see, this one says, okay. Yeah, so that was, okay, there's Joseph from, Joseph the Horoscope Afano. He says, I'm watching it live in Ahafo in Kasiem. Joy News, keep the fire burning for Ghana. Aisha, any others?
And
Isahak Suhini.
Yeah, Suhini says, watching live in Italy. God bless you, Joy News. And Palmas Enam Ray says, when will politics Hajj stop? I am anxiously waiting. And those are some comments. And on that note, we end the interactive segment. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. You know how we do it on Fridays. Have fun.
We're always having fun. Thank you. My name is Araba Kumsim.